2,000 years before mankind was created, there were creatures on the earth, and they caused corruption on it and shed blood. Then God sent against them a troop of angels who casted them away to islands in the seas.
With regards to control of the jinn, because this is an area which people tend to get off into with the mythology and a lot of folklore, etc., where people tell stories about having these jinns doing this and that for them, you know, and it's quite common. In any part of the world you go, you'll hear all these types of stories. The fact is that no human being can gain control over the jinn. This was something specially given to Prophet Sulaiman. He made a dua, which is mentioned in the Quran, in Surah Sad, verse 35, رَبِّ اغْفِرْ لِي وَهَبْ لِي مُلْكًا لَا يَنْبَغِي لِأَحَدٍ مِّن بَعْدِي. O my Lord, forgive me and bestow on me a kingdom not allowed to anyone after me. Control, dominion over the jinn, this was given as a miracle to Prophet Sulaiman and to none after him. So much so that Prophet Muhammad informed his companions on one occasion, saying, verily an ifrit, is the more powerful among the jinn, spat on me last night, trying to break my prayer. However, Allah let me overpower him, and I wanted to tie him to one of the columns in the masjid, so you all could see him in the morning. Then I remembered my brother Sulaiman's prayer, O my Lord, forgive me and bestow on me a kingdom not allowed to anyone after me. So Prophet Muhammad was able to keep the jinn off him, to restrain it, but not to control it. So anyone who tells you that they have this jinni that is under their control, etc., you know right away that this is not true. What can happen instead is that a contract can be made. The relationship with the evil world of the jinn is through contract. And there are no good jinns coming into our worlds and doing favors for us. See, because they are banned from our world, as we are not allowed to interfere in their world. They're not allowed to interfere in our world. So it is only the evil among them that cross the barrier and interfere in our world. So we don't have, even though somebody will tell you, let's I have this good jinn, he prepares food for me every day and cleans my house. You know, if that is the case, the jinn, evil among them, may try to gain control over a human being by appearing to them to be in their favor and to be doing things for them initially, until they get their guard down, and then eventually they work them over into the area of shirk, because the main goal and effort on the part of the jinn is to draw human beings into disobedience of Allah and ultimately into shirk. Now, the area in which the jinn play the biggest havoc in human life and in the human world is in the area of fortune telling. This is one of the biggest areas, because human beings have a natural desire to want to know the future. Everybody wants to assure for himself or herself a good life. So knowing what is in the future would then give one an opportunity to ensure for oneself good. So there have been people from the most ancient of times till today who sell information about good. They come under the general heading of fortune tellers. Now, some of them are just guesswork. In fact, probably most of them are just guesswork, games, tricks, etc. But there is a body among them that have given solid and reliable information, pieces of information, which have made people believe in them as having these powers. And those among them that have this type of information, we can understand how they can get this type of information by understanding the world of the jinn and its relationship to us. We have a verse in the Quran in which, or a number of verses, in which Allah speaks about the fact that the jinn, the class of them who are in the atmosphere and who can move in our world, outside of our world, who go up to the lowest heavens, and there they steal a listening. They listen in on what is discussed amongst the angels. When Allah commands angels, the commands go down through the heavens to the lowest heaven, and as they discuss it amongst themselves, some among the jinn manage to reach up to the level of the lower heavens, not entering it, but up to that level, and hear some of that information. However, they are driven away from that by meteors, comets, etc. And this is recorded in the Quran in Surah Al-Jinn. This is described. And Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had mentioned that the jinn pass the information back down until it reaches the lips of the magician or fortune teller. Sometimes a meteor may overtake them before they could pass it on. But if they pass it on before being struck, they add to it 100 lies. So the reality is that the information that these people convey will be a mixture of lies and a few truths.